Okay. So,
Okay. All right.
are you going to do like an intro, I guess, so that we know what we're talking about?
Yeah. So, well, the first things I wanted to cover just really quickly, we had talked about doing the coach sneak peek with our challengers from like previous months. And so I wanted, although I guess maybe let's just save that for a few minutes to see if anybody else. Hi, baby. Hello, baby.
Hello, sweet pea. Oh, she's
So
adorable.
cute. She loves me too. I make you smile, don't I? Yes, I do. You love me so much. Okay, so we were going to go through people's personal pages and just kind of give some tips about posts and things like that. So you had to sign up for it so that we could look at it beforehand. So I know Sunshine can't be on the call, but I told her we could look at hers. So Brittany, do you want to share your screen, or you want me to share my screen, or how do you want to do it?
Share because I'm on my phone.
Okay.
15.
All right. Okay, one sec. Let me pull up Sunshine's page really quick.
I just want to say though, as a
Kaya, you're killing it.
Oh my God. As a whole,
yes.
And I don't Debbie Downer, but out of everybody's page, Kaya nobody screams I'm a coach. Like, I don't know that anybody is a Beachbody coach. Angela, when you post, like, you're one of the best posters. What are you doing?
I thought we were not supposed to actually put that we were coaches on the page.
Read your posts and know. I know that you're a coach this week. Last week, I don't know if you were a coach, but this week, I know you're a coach. But your posts are so freaking good. If you invited, you would be, I just don't even know. Your posts are freaking amazing. Out of everybody on our team, I would say your posts are probably some of the best.
Yes, I would agree with that. Which means you're obviously not inviting consistently.
Not consistently, no, because I get so discouraged because I go for like a week or so and I'm inviting and it feels like I'm spinning my wheels
But that's just because you haven't found the right people yet, or the people who are ready right now.
I guess so. I get real discouraged.
You are spinning your wheels. Can I just be honest? You are wasting your time because you are putting up these posts that are so amazing. You might as well just not do the posts because you can tell they take a lot of effort and time, and then that's nothing.
Yeah.
I love you.
Oh, well, I love you too.
We've got I don't know. It's that momentum thing we were talking about. Once you get the momentum going, you can't get it to stop. But it's that 3 to 6 month period of going hard, and then things just get easy, and you're like, okay, I got this. Week on, week off isn't gonna do it.
Yeah.
Month on, week off isn't gonna do it. Okay, I'm gonna
Kaya.
I'll be right back.
All we hear is Kaya. Okay. But you know she's right, Angela.
Of course I do. Of course
because honestly, your content is fantastic. It really, really, really is. And there's there's a very large disconnect between that and the fact that you have 0 SC for months and months and months. Like that shouldn't happen. So if you really want to make this business happen for you, you have to start doing the things that need to be done to make that happen. And that has to be consistently reaching out to people and consistently inviting people. Point blank, there is no other way. And that is the only way that Brittany has a business, that I have a business, and that you will have a business. But you are doing all the coach behaviors as far as your page go. You have to invite. People are not going to reach out to you. Like, that doesn't happen really until you become like this crazy thing. But even people like sending an invite from an event, people don't respond to that. Like, it's amazing to me, the people that I've invited from an event, that the second I reach out with a personal message, they're like, I really need to do this. Let's do it. Like, and that would never happen if I wasn't reaching out and making connections and doing all that stuff. So it's time to poop or get off the pot.
Your family, like, I feel like we should just say, Angela, like, stop wasting your time. Like, do you just, I'm going to be a smart ass. Do you just like to post good posts just because you want to, like, share what you're doing?
Well,
to make money?
I want to share what I'm doing, but I'm trying to get some credibility. And that I can only do that by posting, right?
Yeah.
But the point is, what's the credibility for if you're not going to invite people and reach out to people? Like, who cares about your credibility? Like, if you have nothing to then offer people directly, then, you know, you're doing all of this stuff and putting all this work in to do these great posts, but that's not going to translate into your business until you work your business. And that has to be absolutely inviting. It will not happen otherwise. Period. So.
Okay.
I just don't want you to.
We know you didn't sign up to be critiqued, by the way.
Well,
this is just a bonus one for Angela.
Well, guys, this is what me and Emily talked about. It's like, what is there for you guys to lose? Because at this point, I mean, we're being
what is
blatant.
there for any of us to lose? Honestly,
there's not much
until
really.
you get to that point in your life, just in general. Like, what do I have to lose by reaching out to these people that I don't know? What do I have to lose by posting and looking like an idiot? I don't care. Like, I literally just worked out on a soccer field in front of like 10 teams practicing soccer, and I was doing this freaking like punching, and I must have looked like a psycho. And guess what? I don't care, because I wanted to be able to post about this freaking workout today. So that's what I did.
Okay, Angela, really quick. Could I have your attention? You know
yes.
Elsa is?
Elsa? Yeah.
Do you know
Elsa lives in New York. She follows me, but I've invited her 4 or 5 times.
Okay. Do you know who Susanna is?
Yes. Cardoza? Yes. I've reached out to all these ladies that post on my page. I seriously have.
Like your stuff?
Yes. And they just keep telling me not now.
But
so
what
about, have you just connected, like, just to see how they're doing? Like,
I do.
Okay.
I am
beach body reference at all.
Yep. I do it consistently, girls. I swear to you. I have a hard time inviting people that haven't, that here's my deal. Trying to work up to have friends. I don't have like 17 mutual friends. I have like 1 or 2 mutual friends. So I'm still inviting, sending friend requests, but I only get about maybe 50% of those, maybe not even that much, that become my friends. So my base is still small.
How many friends are you up to?
500 and something.
That's good. Let me just tell you.
Yeah, 500 is a lot.
Your posts were consistent for like a good 3 months, all of these people are going to turn around.
I've already had some people say that they're thinking about doing it, but they're in other things. A lot of these women that follow me are doing this Thrive shit. They're doing,
but they'll realize it's garbage and then they'll be ready.
That's all
That's
I can
why
hope
you
for.
just keep supporting. And here's the thing. Here is the honest to God's truth, that people that are doing other stuff, they still don't have, they're still missing the fitness component always, right?
Yes.
Always.
Yes.
Because nothing
Some
else.
of them are gym rats, but not
But
very
I'm
many
saying
of them.
there's no comprehensive program other than what we have. And their other stuff is garbage, but that's kind of an aside.
Right.
But there's always something that they're missing that we have to offer. And when you have the confidence in what you have to offer other people, that is when they will finally say, you know what? I see Angela. She looks amazing. She's strong. She's this, that, and the other. And I want what she has. I'm going to join her program. And that is why presenting this as a comprehensive program is so important. I do not nitpick things. People cannot cherry pick the part they want from me. Like, they either get the program from me or they don't. And that's what has changed things a lot for me, because I present it in a way that it works all together. Like, that's what it is. So I have people that sell Plexus that are my customers and they're discount coaches. And eventually they're going to come around. Like, I have plenty of Thrive people and It Works people that click on interested on my things. Like, you know that they're missing something. So you just keep reaching
and you
out.
know what? That one woman I have that's in California that was very overweight. She was in the hospital a year ago. She went to Herbalife. Guess where she is right now? Back in the hospital, intubated. Yeah.
Crazy.
Because she was doing that shit. So anyway.
So the track record on everything else is just crap. I mean, people are literally watching them like, oh, I wonder if they've quit yet.
Mm-hmm.
We don't quit. But if you're not posting, it looks like you have quit.
Yeah.
You know?
So
your posts are freaking amazing. If you feel like you don't have enough time or creativity to do 2 to 3 posts a day, if you do that one good post a day and spread it out, even if you wanted to, that would be amazing.
it just has to be consistently.
I am really busy at work. It's our software release always this time of the year. So I'm incredibly busy at work. So I haven't had any extra time.
That's also part of the thing to sell to people, you know, like, yes, you're busy,
true,
but guess what? I'm busy too. Like, talk about that. So busy at work, but still getting my workout in. Like, you have to think of all the objections that people give us all the time, and you have to address those objections in your posts.
Good point. Yes, good point.
That is absolutely what you need to focus on. And that's why, you know, even when we're struggling, like, share that stuff. Like, everybody struggles. We're not robots, you know? So definitely
good
point.
Your blur that you put with your pictures are always so good. Like, you can tell that you took time to write it. You don't have to do 2 and 3 of those a day. So if you're feeling really creative one day, then type it out and save it in your phone and do it on the day that you feel like crap or you're busy or whatever.
Okay. I keep coming back.
And honestly, if you're going to get the most bang for your buck, you post in the evening, period, end of story. It's when most people are on Facebook and they're going to, like, more quickly respond to your stuff, and that makes the affinity, blah, 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 blah. So
is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're doing one Facebook like coaching or whatever post a day, my recommendation is to do it in the evening, like 7 p.m., 8 p.m., 9 p.m.,
Okay.
somewhere in there, because that is when they've put their kids to bed and they've already eaten their dinner and they're scrolling through Facebook and they're liking and commenting and whatever. So that is mine.
Why don't you make it a goal that one day you do some coaching related, like you just pick Wednesday and something about your job or whatever. You've got to have it set that so that you know you're doing it. You know, it has to be consistent.
And I also think, Angela, you need to make a shift. This is like turning into the Angela hour here. But I think you also need to make a shift into what coaching has done for you or what coaching can be for you as far as your financial situation or whatever. Like, that's something else that speaks to people, especially money. Like, get the hell out there doesn't need more freaking money. You gotta post that stuff, because that is what people, like, that's what people are watching. I'm telling you. That's what they're watching.
Get bold about that retirement coming. You have to get bold. I mean, if you're attracting your age and those are your friends, speak about it. Just do it.
Okay. Yeah, it's definitely my age group that's following me.
Yes, and it doesn't, like, all your posts shouldn't be, at this point, they shouldn't all be like, did my workout today. That's awesome, but now it's time to focus more on the coaching aspect and what being a coach has brought to your life. Like, that's where my shift is going, and I really feel like that's how you find people to join your team. Like, really solid, long-lasting people is because they want all of this stuff for themselves. So, okay, we should move on from Angela. Okay, so I cannot screen share Sunshine because apparently she and I are not friends and she is not accepting my friend request. And it doesn't appear to me, unless she really hasn't posted since September 7th, that her stuff is public.
So do you want me to comment on it or what? Wait?
Yeah, I don't know how else to do it. I mean, if you've already looked through it and have some comments for her, then go for it. But I'm saying I can't screen share because she's not my friend. And I didn't realize that. And her stuff's not public.
Okay. Well, first of all, since the call that Sunshine and I have had, like, I would say she's becoming runner-up. She's got really good posts. Like, you can see where that change happened. Like, if I go look at the date, I mean, September 29th, she has the perfect post with her and her kids drinking Shakeology. She's got meal prep posts on here. Yeah, it's kind of hard to do without screen sharing, but
yeah.
Total improvement. I love it. She's got 30 likes, 50 likes, 33, 22. I mean, that's pretty freaking amazing for a new coach.
Yeah, that's really good. I have, like, literally my Facebook memories for my coaching stuff. It's like 7 likes, and like, it's like Brittany and Angela and
absolutely.
Nobody gives a crap. So that's really great.
Like, it's so good. The stuff you're writing, your pictures are good. You're incorporating the kids. You have crazy comments. Like, comments are hard to get. You have to be really interesting to get comments. The one thing I would say, girl, is because Emily just told me, you need to go through those likes and go through those comments and just open Canva with all of those people.
Yes. Even if it's just to say, thanks so much for your support on my posts. Like, I really appreciate it. You know, being a new coach is hard. And so it's really great to, you know, have support from my friends or something like that. Literally just leave it at that and just open a dialogue with people. But you absolutely have to be targeting specifically the people that are liking and commenting on your, workouts and coaching stuff and whatever. Like, that is an open invitation to have a conversation with those people 100%.
Mm-hmm.
And I will also say, I know that Sunshine had kind of expressed in our be a product of a product group, I think, that she was feeling a little frustrated. And, the thing is that new coaches, it's so hard because people don't see you as a credible, person yet, because they do see it as just another one of those things that people are just, oh, Sunshine's just doing this month or whatever. Like, yeah, whatever. So you have to just push through and continue inviting and continue posting and continuing just making new connections. And it takes 3 to 6 months to actually see those those things kind of starting to roll with themselves. So that's why, if you're not consistent, guys, honestly, you're literally setting yourself up for months down the road to just be struggling, because it doesn't happen right away. It doesn't happen the first time you reach out to someone. The whole 5 to 7 contacts before somebody actually, signs up for something. So you just have to keep that in mind. Don't be frustrated. It's literally where every single one of us starts. And you just have to know that this is a process that, if you're consistent, it will come back to you in the end. So
Sunshine, there's nothing I would critique on your, ever since we've talked, which was a few weeks ago. I think all your posts look great. So there's a mix. There's fitness, there's family, there's food, there's kids. I think it looks pretty right on. And her post, I wish you were on her page, because her post today was freaking awesome. She was doing yoga.
I know. Well, I'll go and scroll through after she makes me her friend. I didn't realize we weren't friends, I guess. Okay. Are we good with Sunshine?
Yep.
Peggy, are you ready?
May I just say I'm very sorry, but my daughter went into SVT and I had to go get an EKG.
Oh, goodness.
And I was trying to get the medication filled. And
don't be sorry at all.
would have been here. So.
Oh, my goodness.
But I'm here now.
Is she okay?
She's fine. This is the second time it happened, and it just happened. So I went to urgent care, but they wouldn't put her through to get the EKG.
Okay.
We're going to make her wait in line, and I called the cardiologist, and he said, I'll meet you at the office. So he came. And
well, that's good.
Yeah, so it's all good.
And it just comes and goes?
It's only happened twice now.
Okay. All right. We'll touch on that in a minute, because I have maybe some input on that. Okay. All right. Peggy.
Uh-oh.
I love you, Peggy.
Ready
okay,
for
I'm
it.
going to screen share. Hold on. Share screen. Here we go. Share screen. Okay. Can everybody see Peggy's page?
Yes.
Okay, Miss Peggy.
I probably need to change some of those pictures, those 5 pictures that come up on.
Yeah, there are some little things that, you can alter.
When someone scrolls your page, do you want them to know that you're a coach?
Yes.
You do? Okay. So, good.
I put my thing and I put that I'm a Beachbody coach.
No.
Yeah, we see it.
I'm not. No, I don't mean by that.
We're talking about your posts. Yes.
Yeah.
So let's just post. So there was a video we watched. I think it's what we all watched last week, but about the 3 scroll thing. Like, if somebody can't tell you're a coach in 3 scrolls on your page, then you're doing something wrong, right? So here's Peggy. She's at somebody's wedding. Now, this is somebody tagged you in it. So I personally, anything that somebody tags me in, for the most part, I hide this from my timeline. So if you click on this,
usually, I just haven't got it on there yet.
Okay. So we'll just skip that one, because you were tagged in it. This is awesome, obviously. I actually loved your little picture. I thought it was adorable. And I loved how
look at that.
It's so good. And look at how many people liked it. And look at all these comments, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
this
Are you
is
reaching
awesome.
out to those people?
What?
Are you reaching out to those people?
If they specifically said
No,
something,
No, ma'am.
I have
Okay,
been.
what about all these people? Look at all these people. Do you reach out to any of these people that like your stuff?
Well, this is the thing. When I make those posts, it generates, because I don't know why, but I probably just have a lot of fat friends. But I, I get so much stuff happening that it's like I don't want to post too much because it just, I can only handle so much at a time.
Okay,
And then
well,
all that stuff weeds down to maybe one person or something. And then I did that crazy, stupid event invite at the end of the month. Oh my gosh, I have gotten so much. It's so crazy, and I've messed it up completely. I don't even know what I'm doing because I've never done an event. But I have so many people commenting me. I think it's mostly because they don't understand what it is. They think it's some fitness challenge thing.
okay, well, when you set up your event, because I think I'm going to your event, so I see all of it.
Yeah.
First of all, just make it to where only admins can post. Like, you don't want other people posting in the event because it's really hard to weed through all that. And then all the other people see all that. And then they're like, God, I'm tired of seeing this. And they'll hide it or leave it or whatever. So definitely when you set up your event, that's one thing that I would just suggest for you.
Okay.
But like
I mean, if I was to the point where I wasn't having all of this, I don't know what you want to call it, action, whatever, then I would definitely be doing that. It's just, I feel like I'm doing what all I can handle right now to be able to talk to all these people.
okay, so then instead of doing an event invite like that, like a mass thing, if you feel like that's too overwhelming, my suggestion would just be to consistently post on your wall and get leads or whatever you want to call them from that, if that's all you can handle. Like, if you're just wanting to run a group with 5 people in it in a month, then that's great. If you're wanting to bump that up to 10, then that's great. But I think the real point is that your page really does, even if you think it's too overwhelming, it needs to be more consistently about your journey and what you're doing. So you don't need to be afraid of sharing more often. Not every post you post on there, Peggy, about your journey is going to generate this like crazy reaction, right? Like, the more consistently you do it, the less, like, you're not going to just forever and ever and ever have 10 or 15 people saying, oh my gosh, sign me up. Okay. That's not, like, it just doesn't work that way. So, and not every post you make has to be like, come join my group. It can just be like, you know, a healthy meal you're eating or something that coaching has brought to your life or just something like that. Okay. So, but you definitely want to be doing it more consistently in your posting. Okay. So if the mass invite through the event was too overwhelming for you, just don't do that, and just do the targeted thing where, okay, you had 47 people like this. Send out messages to these people that are, that are interested in your journey by commenting or, liking your stuff, and send out like a personal invite that way. And that way you can control the number you're sending out, and it may feel a little bit more manageable for you. Do you agree with that, Brittany?
Yes. And I when you're done, I have one thing.
Okay, go. I'm done. I talk a lot.
I know, like, Peggy, you have an amazing lifestyle. Like, you're always doing something. You're always somewhere. Like, here's you with Aunt Betty and Cousin Linda. And you had all kinds of photos, which is totally cool. Somehow just throw in there a little line like, so grateful that I'm feeling amazing and was able to enjoy this day because of my new lifestyle. Something like that.
I'm so grateful that I fit into the plane and was able to have this much of my seatbelt to pull.
Yeah. I mean, that's all that stuff. That's like what people connect with, Peggy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that
So
inspires the heck out of people.
Totally been brought right back to your business, or even something like the lifestyle. I mean, I told you before that I'm totally attracted to your post because of the lifestyle. So just say something like, I'm so blessed that I have, a great career and business that allows me to travel when I want and experience life. Like, just throw those little, remember what is it? Jab, jab, jab. You need those jabs.
Yeah.
So when you do those invites or they scroll
and so
page.
like I'm scrolling through here, Peggy, and it's a whole lot of like, you know what I'm saying? Like traveling and stuff. And so that's why
because that's all my life has been right
I
now.
know, but you have to make that work for you. Like,
Yes. And it does. Just put a little sentence in there with those, and that is so attractive to people.
Okay.
So, okay. Anything else before I stop share on Peggy? Britt?
No, I think that one little change is going to do a lot for you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for taking the time to look at it.
Absolutely.
Yes,
but you could see, like, I have to scroll a really long way down at the bottom. You did have some coaching posts towards the top, but after that, it's like page after page after page. So I would also say, like, you can post that stuff, but hide it from your timeline, because otherwise it's way too hard to like get to the nitty gritty of what, somebody that's like, okay, this Peggy, she's lost this weight. I want to find out about her. Okay, she loves Snapchat filters. Like, that's all I can see about you right now. So just at least do that. If it's fine to, like, obviously want to share like what you're doing. But again,
When you hide stuff,
people can still see it. It's just not on your personal page in your timeline. That's the difference.
Right. But will it come up as a memory later and all
Yes.
that stuff, or taking that away?
Absolutely. No, it just doesn't show up on your personal page. So that when somebody directly goes to your personal page to look up something about you, to see what you're all about, they don't have to scroll through these, 10 posts about your, trip or whatever. Does that make sense?
And just so you know, this is not a normal 6 months. This is
I know. You keep saying that, Peggy, but I feel like you're not denying.
I'm just telling you, it's not normal.
He's like, this isn't my normal life. I don't travel that much. But oh my gosh, I'm going on another trip, guys.
I am. I'm leaving Friday.
See, I call BS on you, Peggy. And that's fine. Live it up, girl. Who cares?
I'm turning 50. I have all these things happening.
Well, you gotta somehow incorporate that back into coaching and feeling so lucky and all that stuff. Just more about that. So,
gotcha.
And there's a couple of other people on our team that, go into the museum on the weekends with the kids and go in here with the husband. And that's great. Whether you use your personal page or like page, it doesn't matter. If you are a business builder, you are going to have to relate those adventures back to your business, every single one of them, because otherwise you're a hobby coach. You're not. You have to have business in mind with every post that you make. And obviously it's not come join my team every time. It's just so grateful that I was able to afford this trip. So grateful I was able to be flexible, whatever it is. But that's all I have to say about that.
Okay.
It's so easy to do. Just an extra little blurb.
Yeah.
And it just takes practice because, you know, literally everything in this business just takes practice. Like Angela, her posts in the beginning were stinky poo. My posts in the beginning were stinky poo. Like, it's just how it goes. And until you do it more and something finally clicks, like, okay, I get it now. Like, I'm in my groove. You know, you just never get there unless you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it. So
Is Heather
the stinky poo?
Oh, she just popped on. So on that thought with making those changes and stuff, the biggest measure that you have is the interaction that you're getting, the likes that you're getting. Look at those posts, review. I always do that. I go to my wall, I'm like, what got good this week and what sucked? And those are the ones that you just want to keep duplicating. I mean, you have the facts right there. Which ones are getting liked?
I will also say this, though, you guys, be careful about saying, and I'm very guilty of this myself, oh, that one only got like 5 likes. Like, I've honestly deleted posts in the past that like didn't get enough like attention or whatever. But even if people don't click the like button, they're still seeing that, and it's still registering in there. So don't think that every single post has to have this crazy amount of traction. That's why, you know, for a while there, I was like, I'm just posting like once a day because I didn't want people to get tired of seeing me. And I realize now that that's not the right thing, because I don't have to have every single post have 50 likes or 100 likes or whatever, to still have people's eyes on it and to still have, you know, my message registering with those people. So I do just want to say that.
Yes. And Heather, I wanted to ask if you were on before I was saying to monitor that, because when I look at your posts in your wall, and I've told you this before, your personal stuff gets insane interaction. Like, you're eating or you're out with Norm or whatever, that stuff gets so much interaction because it's like that reality TV show thing. Everybody wants to see what you're doing, your inside life.
And it's like Heather's kind of a like celebrity, sort of. I mean, not a celebrity, but you know what I mean. Like, people go to your gym and they like think you're this awesome person. So of course, like, they're interested in what you're doing. And like, you know,
can we see to her real quick?
Yeah, I just went to her page really quick. So let me share.
The biggest thing for you, Heather, honestly, is I would say you are probably 80% your fitness and 20% your life. And it honestly, it's got to be the other way around.
Right.
I know it's hard for you because that's your job day in and day out, but the best thing I would say, and I was trying to talk to Emily, like, what's a good ratio to get her at? And I don't even know. I feel like, is one post a day on her wall, or did we come up with in her group only? What do you think?
Okay, so Heather, I'm just going to give you my thoughts about your posts. I think you need to use your personal page in a more personal way and keep your Holy Fit stuff more on your like page. Like, your workout videos are amazing, but I think that after a while, I know it's how I am. It's how I was with other people. Like, I'm just scrolling through this because I'm like, yep, Heather's working out again. Okay. I mean, it's real. I'm just being very honest with you. And so like, this fit in a minute, I think is super awesome, but I think that needs to be geared more towards your Holy Fit page. Like, that's what somebody would go and follow Holy Fit to get. Does that make sense? And
yeah, well, I was thinking that too. And then I kept getting feedback, like, from people that are on my personal page saying how much they love the workouts. So then I was like, well, what do I do? Do I put it on both pages? Do I just put it on one? And have
so for that, I would just then say, hey, you should totally go follow my Holy Fit page for that. I just think that for your personal page, you need to have a more personal connection with people. And, we've talked about in the past, feeling like people are kind of intimidated by you because you're, ripped and you're you own a gym. So I think a way to kind of overcome that is to be more personal on your personal page. Does that make sense? And so you need to talk more about, like, I love these kind of posts where it's just you and you're talking about something like more coaching aspect related. I don't feel like you have those kind of posts very often. And I really do think that if you can make that shift on your personal page, then you'll see just a different kind of mojo, hopefully, kind of developing.
I think for me, like, I get so antsy looking at yours because I know exactly, like, it's an exact pinpoint that, like, we know what's happening here, and we just just do it. Like that post of you and Norm and that guy, like,
yeah,
20 likes, and then you go to the workout videos, not that they're not great, but there's like 2, 3,
yeah,
4.
and only 95 people have viewed it. Like, yeah. But like this, like, people need to see your face, you're drinking a shake, and you're saying, this one, I loved this freaking post, just by the way, about this is why you drink this shake. It's awesome. And you're not taking all this other stuff anymore. And like, this is what people need to see more of, Heather. You need to talk about what being a Beachbody coach has done for you, or what these programs or these products or all these other things. That's what your personal page really should start focusing on. That's what I feel really strongly would make a change for you. And I feel like you wouldn't, feel like you're really struggling to find new people that way. So,
right.
And obviously adding
I
new
think
friends and things as
too
well.
is, she struggles with signing coaches, and I just felt like it would be a lot easier for her because she has that network. But again, there's nothing to relate, or, I think they're having a hard time relating. So I think if you can make that shift, you're going to see a huge change. Like we said to Peggy before you got on, or I think it was Angela, if it's hard for you to be that creative with those type of posts that we just said we love, then on your good days, store them up and do one good one a day and spread them out, and that will help a lot. But at least one a day of your face, something cute, your food. I love your food. I want to see what you're eating. I want to ask you what you're eating, because I already did. So just we want to see inside your life. And you may think it's boring, but we like it.
More behind the scenes kind of stuff.
Yes.
Just into your daily life. And I also think, I said to Angela that making posts like once or twice a week about the objections you're getting, like how you overcame that objection, or, things like that, will really help people see the value in what you have to offer as well. So,
right.
And I'm looking back. Oh, sorry.
Like if you're making a post about coach, like if saying that it's specifically Beachbody, like does that come off sounding too salesy, or should you just kind of word it so that you're a coach?
So I think in your case, I mean, it's tough because they already know you're like a health and fitness person, like that's your part of your job. So I feel like part of the time, at least, you need to say, Beachbody, like, because you need to delineate between your studio and like what you're doing otherwise. Does that make sense? So I feel like you don't need to throw the name Beachbody out there all the time, but you still need to present the fact that you are a Beachbody coach so that people even know that more. I don't think you talk about that very much, so that people don't really realize that. They just think, oh, well, I don't live by Heather, so I can't go to her classes or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's my personal feeling. What do you think, Brittany?
Yeah, I can see where people are having a hard time with you saying that you have an opportunity for them, because they just kind of think that that's what you do. And so I think you need to, when I look back at our summit goals, when we were sitting in our amazing hotel rooms, we all agreed that we need to have at least one coach post a week. So if you and Norm are going out to get a drink, or if you're mopping the floor at your studio, whatever, you need to relate back something at least once a week, saying, so that you can make the separation that you're doing something else other than studio.
Like, honestly, that just gave me an idea for a post, like you mopping up and like just saying like, I can't wait until, you know, basically my Beachbody business makes it to where I can afford to pay somebody to do this for me. Something like that. Or talk about how, you know, you were able to pay half your rent this month, you know, by your side business. Just stuff like that. Like, it needs to be more you, and, you know, people want to see you, Heather. Like, I really think that's going to be the key for you. And I think if you can make that switch, like, it's going to be crazy amazing for you. I really do.
Right.
Because you already have the credibility, obviously. Like, we just look at you and, like, obviously, you're credible. Like, look at your body. It's crazy. So I think you need to focus more on being relatable to people and, you know, just presenting the coaching opportunity a little more and things like that. So I think that'll be awesome.
Take that time that you're using to post, and instead of quantity, do quality. So if it's just one really good post a day, that's great. You put the fitness stuff on your other page, and I think your personal page will start to take off.
Yeah, because honestly, I love your videos. I hope you didn't take it as they're not good, but I just think that is geared more towards your studio stuff. Like,
Yeah. No, I was totally conflicted. Like, should I put this on my personal page or should I put it on my
So I think you should make that separation and really run more with, this is me, Heather, and all the aspects of my life and that sort of thing. I also think you need to make a point more of talking about how the Beachbody programs are completely different. Like, these are things you do in your home. You know what I mean? So that, because even me, like, some people are confused. Like, when I did the yoga retreat thing, like, they thought I was like going to be teaching yoga. They're like, oh, where's your class at? I'm like, dudes, no, I'm not teaching a yoga class. What are you saying right now? Like, so, like, just making it known, like, oh, I can do this. Like, I don't have to live where Heather lives and that sort of thing. So I think that'll help a lot.
Okay.
Does that help?
I had people ask me, they sent me messages saying, so are we coming to your studio today at 10 for that workout? It's like,
yeah,
it's on Facebook.
I know. Yeah. But people really are confused, especially like with you, because you do have a studio. Like, it has to be very confusing. So I would definitely like talk more about Beachbody on Demand and, you know, like that aspect of it as well. So, I have just been watching that leadership group that you added me to, Brittany. I was added like super late in the game. I'm just trying to watch all these videos, and I have all this stuff I just have pages and pages of notes that I just want to share, but I feel like we need to focus here. Okay, so the last thing, do you have anything to add about Heather, Brittany, before I just throw in this last thing? Okay, so we talked about doing the like Zoom call, welcome to, or what is coaching about, sneak peek thing with our challengers, right? So we need to decide when in the month to offer those. I'm personally thinking like next week, maybe like next Wednesday or Thursday, where we do that, to where I don't know. What do you guys think, timing wise? Because obviously you need challengers to have had enough time in a challenge group to really like, you know, get how the whole thing even works without throwing this coaching thing. So I wasn't sure if like we now invite the people from last month's challenge group and we do it like the first week of the following month. So that would be like this week, but we'll just bump it to next week. Like that makes sense to me because then they've like completed a challenge group. They have one under their belt and then maybe now they're ready to kind of like mentally take on what coaching could be and how they could do it. Does that make sense to everyone? Or what do you guys think?
Yeah, it makes sense.
I think
just
that
thought
sounds good.
because we just did all these changes, maybe we could wait till after this challenge group ends and grows into the graduate group.
Well, by no means do you have to put people in it, but I want to start doing this month for sure.
Okay.
So just for me, like I just want to get into this groove and start this new thing. But like I said, if you don't have anybody you feel comfortable doing that with, then obviously you don't have to invite anybody.
No,
Obviously,
I
I would.
have a couple.
Okay. So I'm thinking next week, just from you guys on the call, does any day of the week work better than another? I mean, I'm pretty flexible. It would probably be at the same time as our normal call. So I'm pretty flexible as far as.
I will be gone.
You're gone next week. Okay. Angela, any day better than another for you? Okay. Heather, how about you? Your nights are rough, huh?
Yeah, I teach every evening.
Okay. Is there one you're off earlier than another or?
No, well, Friday, but I don't know if Friday is going to work well for many people.
Probably not a good choice. Okay. What time are you normally done?
Normally done, well, let's see, actually Mondays are actually better. I finish at 7. The rest of the days it's either 7:15 or 7:30, and then I have to wait for people to clear out of the studio.
And that's 9:30 here, which is 10:30 on the East Coast. Not that I necessarily have any East Coast people. Okay. That's going to be a little tough, I think. So maybe with your people.
About later, like 7, half hour later than our normal start time. And then Heather would pop on not as late at the end of it.
Well, I'm only hoping that it lasts like 30 minutes. Like I don't want people to have to sit through like forever and a day.
How are we doing it? Like how we used to do it?
No. Like I just want to do a Zoom call where we all share a little blurb and let people ask some questions and can interact with us live.
No scripts and stuff.
No. Like I'm not going to sit there and talk for an hour. Like I literally want the people on to kind of share a little bit about their background, why they became a Beachbody coach, what it's done for them, boom, move on. Like 2 or 3 of us do that. And then, because these are people that have already used the programs. Like they don't have to be like explained how the freaking programs work, So it shouldn't take all this background crap really. But hopefully we can, kind of, ask them, what are your objections or concerns? Like share those with us and then we can overcome them or whatever. So, I'm thinking, Heather, like maybe your people could just get on and you weren't, you explained to them, I can't be there, but my team's going to be there kind of thing. And then you could jump on if you can or whatever. That just I don't want it to be too late. Nobody's
so really old school with it, how like network marketing is. And if someone's interested, then you get them in touch with me as well. Like you hear that all the time where your upline helps you out. So why don't you just get them in contact with me or in a group message or something? And then I don't want you to say I'm not going to be there because I don't think they'll show up.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
So you can get them in contact with me too. maybe in a group message. That could
And
help.
same with your people, Peggy. You could do that with Kim as well. Like if you had people that you think, you know, from your last challenge group or whatever, that would be interested in the coaching opportunity, or they've shown, you know, aspects of whatever, being a good coach, blah, 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 then you could do the same thing, even though you're going to be on vacation kind of thing, where
Yeah,
they could
one
at
of
least still be
gonna
there
be-
and
One of
interact.
them's going to be with me.
Oh, well, then you can talk to her in her face.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's say, Britt, do you have a night that's better than another next week?
If it's at this time, it doesn't matter.
Okay. Yeah, I'm thinking the same time because that's not too late Eastern time and it's not too early Pacific time. So I'm thinking 8:30 Central. Let's just say,
6:30 Pacific.
yeah. Okay, well, I'll figure out the date then. I'm thinking I usually like to do Wednesdays or Thursdays just to kind of spread it out a little bit. So I'm trying to think of what let's do Thursday. Is that good with everybody? That gives you time to kind of connect with the people and see if they're available or whatever.
Mhm.
So that would be the 10th, 11th, 13th, I think. Does that sound right? Okay. Well,
I have a question.
okay.
Are we supposed to still post in the Health Bet Challenge, or
No.
is it's officially over?
Yeah, it ended
Okay.
yesterday. So you actually
Yeah.
need to, if you have people in there, remove them. I mean, I usually do it.
Kim posted a post about post your results, which nobody's really
Yeah, no, some people
responded,
did.
but I think
But
maybe if we
it's
were
still
open a
time
day
to,
or two. Yeah.
yeah, it's still time to move on. Like all my people from there, I've put into my graduates group, or a few of them are doing my intermittent fasting group. So anyway, all right. Anybody else have any questions before we hop off? I think this was did you guys think this was helpful? I think it was
Yes.
pretty good,
Mhm.
right? So I think some amazing things are going to come out of you guys. I'm pretty excited.
I loved it.
Good. Well,
There's so many amazing things that you guys are doing. It just needs a little
just have
shift.
to- yeah, we just have to, you know, I'm constantly tweaking my stuff, you guys, like constantly. So you just have to, if something's not working and you're, you know, struggling harder than you think you should be, then it's time to look at, you know, what maybe could be done differently. So that's all.
Okay.
All right, ladies, love you. I have to urinate so badly.